League of Legends has been one of the largest games on the planet for 10 years, and the infamous question has yet to be answered. How in the world do I climb in ranked? I hear people say things like, my team is trash, my bot lane always feeds, or this champion is OP and I can't lane against them. And if you're here because you want me to tell you the exact champion, the exact build, maybe to spam them for 100 games and then you'll finally get diamond, you're a fool and you won't ever climb the ranked ladder. I've been playing since season 4, end of season 3, and I spent season 6 and 7 in diamond floating around D4 and D3. I would have made diamond in season 8, but when I was finishing up college and got engaged, so I stopped playing. But the things I use to climb the ladder and learn the game of League are universal, and anyone can use them to get their desired rank. Doesn't matter if it's diamond, platinum, challenger, you can get the rank that you want, but you will not get there if you just mindlessly queue up game after game. You need a game plan, and if you don't, you will continue to stay in your current rank and blame your teammates instead of seeing the satisfying fruit of your labor as you start to master this game and truly show your skill. So use these 3 tips and use them in every single one of your games. You cannot just use them in one game, have it not work out, and come back and say this video is trash. No, you're trash and you don't have the grit or the desire to get better. You're lazy. Oh man, I'm sorry. Just had to get that out. Anyways. Here are the 3 ways that you can actually climb in League. Okay, number 1, the start of your plan. Pick 2 champions for 2 roles. If your math is any good, you know that this means picking 4 champions. But more realistically, this means picking a main champion for each role, and you play them every single game unless picked or banned, then you go to your secondary. Honestly, I would even recommend dodging if your champion is picked or randomly banned. You have a much better chance of getting that 3 LP back the next game when you're on a stronger champion. These are better odds than playing on a champion that you don't know as well. The current structure of the game rewards players for mastering a champion and a role, so do that and focus on it. You aren't Faker or Bjergsen. You can't just pick any mid laner that you think looks cool and play them well, or well enough to pub stomp with them and actually carry your team to a victory. If you want to have fun and try out champions, that's what normals are for. That has no place in your climbing strategy. You're probably in school or have a job, so realistically you don't have the time to master all the champions that League has like pros do. But I don't think it's unrealistic to spend your time on a handful of champions and learn their mechanics and matchups. You can do that effectively without confusing yourself with different roles and playstyles. I personally did this my first time hitting diamond, and I didn't take any steps to learn the game any better, but I just spammed one champion. And yes, I know, I'm sorry, it was indeed Yasuo, but this was when he was super strong at the beginning of season 5. I just queued up game after game, regardless of whether I was tilted or not. I would just spam Yasuo, and I got from gold 5 to diamond 5. I would have gotten there a lot faster in a lot of fewer games, but due to tilt and playing champions I wasn't good at and throwing them in the mix, I lost a lot of LP. So if you take anything away from this video, just main a champion. Just main 1 champion or 2 champions to start. There are countless one tricks sitting at the bottom of diamond 5 because they just spammed 1 champion to get there. Once playing your champion is second nature to you, you'll be able to zoom out and learn the rest of the game. You'll be able to crush your opponent during laning phase while being able to think 3 to 5 minutes ahead and execute on that plan. This will make you an incredibly dangerous player. Guys, the second step is very short and very simple. Tilt is a real thing and it will cause you to lose games. If you don't identify that you actually get tilted, you're going to end up losing a lot of LP and it'll hurt your climbing strategy. So the first tip I have for you is take a short break, go work out, go for a walk, just do something. I found that it helps if I left my apartment or my dorm room. It helps me clear the air and I end up being more motivated when I come back. The second tip I have is muting all in game. This is a strategy I used the second season when I hit diamond. I wouldn't even type to my teammates. I wouldn't chat at all. So I wouldn't be distracted by what was happening in the chat. I was just focused on the game and I would communicate heavily with pings. I would spam ping, not in an annoying extent. I would spam like 3 or 4 pings on Baron if we just want a team fight, or the inhibitor if that's what we needed to go for a pick, right? I used my pings. I didn't chat, right? So guys, take a short break and mute all. Step 3 is by far the most important step. You can get to your goal by just maining a couple of champions exclusively in ranked. I don't care if you play other champions outside of ranked, just don't do it in ranked. You're going to ruin your win rate and ruin your chances of climbing as fast as possible. And if you identify your tilt and take breaks when you need to, you'll be able to maximize your win streaks to climb as fast as possible. But if you take this last step to heart, you'll be able to unlock your true potential for greatness in this game. You'll be able to blow away your current expectations and achieve greater things. Whether these are in League or any part of your life, it's important to grasp this. You need to be able to admit that you are not good at the game, because only once you do that will you be able to take steps to actually improve and learn. Once you have chosen the champions you want to improve on and learn how to deal with tilt, you are ready for the most important part of your climbing strategy. You need to start learning the fundamentals of the game. This includes the laning phase, mid-game rotations, and late-game team fighting. The reason this comes after your champions is because once you are really good at a couple of champions, and once you have even mastered them, it allows you to really learn about the game. And this is the hardest step because there is so much to learn. But it's possible. And if you know that you need improvement, you'll find out how to improve. There are thousands of videos on YouTube that will help you learn, and many websites that allow you to track your stats so that you can focus on the parts of your game that need improvement. Once you start learning and mastering, you'll get more and more win streaks and more satisfying games, because you'll know that you have led your team to victory and gotten a higher rank because you purely know more about the game than your opponent and played it better. I hope you're excited to start your journey or continue your journey and learn how to master the game more in depth. But just remember, the moment you get complacent or you get prideful, you will lose your desire to learn and you'll plateau. You'll stop climbing and end up in the same frustrated mess you're at in your current rank. You can do it. I believe in you. Just use this plan and you'll see your rank go up in no time. This has been Snowta. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.